Hey everyone, today I'd like to talk to you about a Hubsan mod that I did, which I like to call Frankenstein. Now if you look at the normal Hubsan H107L, then you can tell why I might call him Frankenstein. Alright, so right off the bat you can tell that it's the same 107L frame, right? But the motors are actually inverted. And in order to do that, I had to take a rotary tool and, go ahead and lop off that bottom part, right? So normally that part would protect your motors from a crash, right? If you're coming down too hard, that would absorb a lot of the impact. These rubber feet, this little housing. Of course I don't have that with this, but the prop guard, because of this little lip that you have, maybe you can see that lip, right? It actually protects and bounces a bit, right? So the motors don't get hurt, the propellers really don't get hurt at all. When I made this, I wanted to use the more powerful 8.5mm motors rather than the 7mm motors that come on the normal L. Okay, you can't really see a difference when they're in there, but you can tell between the two motors. You know, one is going to be much more powerful because, of course, as you know, the 107L has no camera as compared to the 107C and the D, right? So it doesn't need to be as powerful, but I wanted to give this beast a little bit more power. So because of that, these 8.5mm motors wouldn't fit in the standard hole that's in the arm. So I took my Dremel, or my rotary tool once again, and I bored out a little hole. Right? I made the hole a little bigger. So because I had to bore the hole a little bit, and I had to lop off this bottom housing, there was nothing to support the motors. So as you can see, maybe you can see, I added some hot glue. To keep them in place. Right? So this is it. It's got 107H body. It's got the bigger 8.5mm motors. And because of that, I needed to use this C or D prop guard. And it also has actually the 107D flight controller inside. So because they're all Hubsan parts, they work just as well with your Hubsan transmitters. As you can see here, when I turn it on, just plug it in. Everything lights up except for one LED. And this LED got messed up because when I tried to solder, I was using a low quality soldering iron and actually took the pad off of the flight controller. So chalk it up to a learning experience. But that's it. So let's go ahead and test it out. So I'll go ahead and I will turn on the transmitter. I will plug in the battery into Frankenstein. I'll lay him down. I'll go ahead and calibrate. There we go. Put it into expert mode. There you go, you hear it. Alright, let's fly it. You can see that he flies pretty well, does a pirouette. So that's it. So if you liked Frankenstein, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you like. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down at the bottom. Thanks for watching. See you next time.